Hello students. So in the last video we saw about the definition of refraction and examples. We were not in detail for the examples because you have already done in your earlier classes. Here we are required to have a few more things. So refractive index. So now there is one concept based question. Suppose anyone is asking you what is unit of refractive index. So better you know L is always given by sin I upon sin R. You know I and R are angles. Angles are also unitless quantities. It is also further defined as the V1 upon V2. It is speed of light in medium 1 from where it is moving, and that is in medium 2. So here also you are getting the ratio either here or here, and in the numerator and denominator both are same quantities, here angle and here velocities. So the unit will be 1, means there is no unit. So from definition, therefore you are confirming that refractive index has no units. Okay. So these are the concept based questions. You can have the short answer type. So try to think and make yourself and try to search the answer yourself. Now today we are going to have refraction through glass slabs or lenses. So now how refraction in water you have already done in your earlier classes. So let me take refraction in water first. Refraction in water. So yesterday I left, today I am going to clean you. Suppose there is a beaker or any transparent glass so that light can enter filled with water. Suppose here something coil is put. So when you will see, seen is always because of the reflection. So here also light will fall on it, and when it will return. So now when it is returning, then what is happening here? It is moving from, suppose this ray is moving like this, you are seeing from somewhere here. So now rays are moving from water to air. So here you are having normals, and it will bend away from the normal like this. So suppose here is your eyes and you are seeing from here. Then what will you say? Instead of here, the coil will appear somewhere up here. So coil comes up. So that's why that is same as in the seeing the bottom of rivers. So actually what happens, the rays are moving from water to air, denser to rarer. So they will move away from the normal, and so it appears up. Okay. So refraction through water is easy. Now come to refraction through glass slab. Suppose we are taking glass slab. Here also, what are you doing? You are, suppose what is a glass slab? So it is rectangular. Suppose cuboid made up of glass. When you will go in your lab, you will find a rectangular cuboid made up of glass. So that is called as glass slab. Okay. Here, so what is glass slab? Glass slab is rectangular cuboid made up of any transparent medium. Basically, we are taking glass, and you know glasses are in physics, basically in experiments, we are taking flint glass and crown glass. So this is a glass slab. So what is a glass slab? Glass slab is a cuboid. Cuboid, you know in math, made of glass. So nothing to worry about the glass slab. Now, actually what happens in the glass slab, suppose it is entering from this side. Now it is like that, but we are making here only this surface. So there are 4 surfaces. This is not side, but it is surface. So there are 4 surfaces. Suppose light enters from here, so it is air. You know what is this? This is air and this is glass. Now air is rarer and glass is denser medium, so it bends towards the normal. Why? Because it is entering from rarer medium to denser medium. Now here again there will be refraction. So you are moving away from the, so you are getting the light ray like this. Now here angle of incidence is different, here is different, here is different, but in last, since light rays are reversible, since it is coming from glass, so when you will reverse the direction, then also the path will be same. That's why light rays are called as, light rays are reversible in nature. What is the meaning of that? Reversible in nature. Meaning is this only, what? When you will reverse the path, then path will be unchanged. Direction, reverse the direction. Suppose it is entering from here, then path. So this angle is nothing but this angle. Now here, this is emergent ray. Now we are having different names here. It is incident ray. So you will notice that there is always, so this is also called as angle of emergence. Now you cannot say angle of refracted. So angle of emergence, here you are getting new term, angle of emergence is the angle of refraction for emergent ray. Okay, so this is the all about refraction through the glass slab. Only you have to know the ray diagram, so you can make like this, and so it is up out of your syllabus is there. Now come to the refraction through lenses. Refraction through lenses. So we are going to have it in detail. What are lenses? First come to the lenses. Lenses. So you know, basically lenses are of this type, These are made up of glass. Also it can be like this. It can be like this. It can be like this. One surface is plane, another is concave. So like this, you can have both concave. Okay. So in fact, I am giving are both convex. Both convex is here. So these are few types of lenses. This lens is called as concave lens. And this is called as convex lens or biconvex lens. Why biconvex? Because both the surfaces are convex. And it can also biconcave. You can put bi, but in general we are saying concave and convex lens. What is this? Concevo, concave. Concave. It is plano, concave. So like this is plano, convex. So these are the different types of lenses. Now from these you can see you can define the lens. No doubtly it is transparent, made up of glass or water. Any transparent medium, you know, in laboratory they are made up of glass, but when you are seeing rainbow or other things, so it can be made up of glass also. It can be made up of water or liquid also. So there should be transparent medium. So any transparent medium covered by two surfaces, basically at least one should be curved. So here we are not going to take all, only we shall take these two. So what are lenses? Lenses are those which are covered by two spherical surfaces. These are parts of sphere. This is also a sphere. So what can be the definition? Lenses are transparent mediums. Don't say glass only. It can be of transparent mediums bounded by two spherical surfaces. Okay. So it is definition of the lens. Now let us see what is the refraction in both. So first you can understand with the only ray diagrams are required. So try to understand. In fact, before going to have the diagrams, just like the spherical mirrors, here also you are having few definitions for the both. So let us take the few common definitions. Suppose you are having this convex lens. Then it is bounded by two surfaces which are part of a sphere. So there are two centers of curvature for a lens. In spherical mirrors there was only one, but here two. So any horizontal line passing through these two centers of curvature is called as principal axis. Principal axis. So definition is clear, only you can understand with the help of figure. So there are two centers of curvature for each surface, and horizontal line joining the centers of curvatures is called as principal axis. And this point, this is almost middle point, and this is called as optical center. So it is not very hard if you are learning the figure. So there are two surfaces, two parts of surfaces, spheres. So there are two centers of curvatures and principal axis. What is the principal axis? Principal axis. Now let us try to write the definition. So horizontal line passing through centers of curvature of surfaces, bounding surfaces, you can say bounding surfaces is called principal axis. And optical center, although you are getting in middle on the principal axis, but it is the middle point. So optical center, what can be optical center? Optical center is the middle point of lens, which lies on the principal axis. On the principal axis is called optical center. Okay, so definition is not very tough. If you are learning or knowing the figure, so easily you can make. The same thing happens in the case of concave mirror. Concave lens. Suppose we are taking concave lens. So here again you are having two centers of curvatures and line joining is principal axis, and this is optical center. Okay, so very easy. Now here also you are having focus. So here you are having two focus. So that's why we are having the principal focus and the second focus. Let me explain you the focus of a lens. So first we are going to have the principal focus. Now come to the ray diagrams. How will you locate the image? So image due to convex lens. Simply there are laws, but we are going to do laws here. It is a principal axis, so you will suppose there is an object like this. There can be two objects, either line objects or point objects. So let me make further this. You will take one ray parallel to the principal axis. So just middle, this is optical center. So it will pass through the focus and take one ray through the optical center. So there will not be refraction. Always remember, any ray passing through the optical center is not reflected, that moves directly. So where they are cutting, that is the location of image. So this is formation of image. How you are doing, you must know, because in formally we are using this. Okay. So this image is inverted and real. Virtual means that is not in fact visible, but it is real. So this is Now come to the due to concave lens. Okay, have you understood? There is no problem. Take two rays, one ray parallel to the principal axis, so it will pass through the focus. And now take due to concave lens. Then again, what are you going to do? Here slightly there is different, but concept is same. There is principal axis, suppose there is object AB. Then you will take the ray parallel to principal axis and it will move like that. Why it is moving, I am going to just explain you. It will appear to come out from the focus and take one ray passing through the optical center. So this will be A dash B dash image. Very simple. So take only two rays, one ray parallel to the principal axis and one ray passing through the optical center that goes straight. So this is image. Now here image is virtual, means not exact, and you will see but you cannot have the exact location. So virtual and erect. There was inverted. Okay, so this is the formation of image due to. So what is image? Here you cannot image की quality. What is the quality of image? It is virtual, in front of lens, and erect. And in that case, in previous case, it was real after lens and inverted. Okay, so these are the condition of images and image formation through the lenses. So they may ask you ray diagrams. So try to now why converging and diverging, convergent and divergent lens. Actually, in fact, this is the name of convex lens. Why they are converging? Let us try to understand. So these lenses are made up of small prisms. They are nothing but prisms. So in a prism, whenever there is refraction, you will read later on. So light ray always bends towards the base. Here base is like this. You are seeing this. So this is moving like this. This is moving like this. This is moving like this. Slight, but so here again slight up. So this is the convergent. And for the concave lens, when you are making concave lens, what are you getting? The base is upwards. So after refraction it moves up. So there is diverging action. Okay? So this is like this. So that's why we are always taking that. So sometimes this is called as convergent lens and this is called as divergent lens. Okay? So this was all about the refraction through lenses. Now there are few formula and you have to know only formula. So formula, lens formula. Here there was mirror formula, here you are having lens formula. 1 upon, that is same. U is equal to 1 upon F, where U is distance of object and B is distance of image and F is no doubtly focal length, and it is always positive for the convex lens and negative for the concave lens. Okay, it was after, so positive, and for concave it was before, so negative. So whenever you are using this formula, use the sign convention. So F will be taken positive for the convex lens and negative for the concave lens. So this is called as, here also you are having magnification, and no doubtly here also we are having linear magnification only. So here means height of image h dash upon height of object. What is that? Height of image, better length of image upon length of object. So this, and this is also here only slightly different. Here you are having V upon U minus. In the case of mirrors, it was, so magnification, suppose I am writing here, so M is here slightly different, minus V upon U. Okay? So this is the magnification formula. Tomorrow we are going to use this formula to find the numericals, how to solve them, and we shall see few questions based upon these theories. Thank you.